So City National Bank is the latest bank to be put on blast for discriminatory lending practices. And it said the LA-based bank was hit with a $31 million payout. It's the largest redlining settlement in history. It's the announcement was made by Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark. It said who's in charge of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division at Second Baptist Church, a historic black church in South LA. It said according to the Justice Department, City National Bank made a practice of avoiding marketing and underwriting mortgages in primarily black and Latino neighborhoods in Los Angeles County between 2017 and 2020. And say as a result, other banks received 6 times the number of mortgage applications in those same neighborhoods. They also claim that City National only opened 1 branch in a black and Latino neighborhoods in the past 20 years, and it had no employee dedicated to underwriting mortgages at that branch. They say as part of the settlement, City National will create a nearly $30 million loan subsidy fund for black and Latino borrowers, and said they will also spend $1.75 million on advertising, outreach, and financial education programs for, they say here, minority borrowers. Say the Biden administration, and say has made going after discriminatory lenders a priority, has put a task force in place to go after worse offenders, which includes the Justice Department, the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. As the Assistant Attorney General Clark hopes that by coming down hard on City National, other banks would think twice before they avoid doing business with people strictly based on race. And say this settlement will send a strong message to the financial industry that we expect lenders and say to serve all members of the community and that they will be held accountable when they fail to do so. They say for its part, City National said it takes issue with the Justice Department's claims, but said in a statement they will support the DOJ in its efforts to ensure access to credit and say for all consumers, regardless of race. Now, unless they put laws on the books and these laws are going to be enforced, they're not going to do anything different. They're not, it's no laws. Like I said, you got to put law on the books. You have to do that, period. These people do not want to give money or lend money to black people, period. They don't want to do that. And they will rather pay a $31 million, they pay a $30 million settlement. They'll pay it, right? They'll give them the loans, but then why don't you tell them they can't be predatory loans? Because that's what they'll do. They'll give them the loans because you're forcing them to, but then they'll be predatory, high interest rates. Maybe they'll give them adjustable rate mortgages. They'll do all kind of dirt. You know what I'm saying? You got to live when you come down on the white supremacist. You literally got to tell him how he got to do things because he's going to look for every which way he can to screw black people. So you have to say yes. And when you do give them a loan, it has to be a FHA loan. Can't be an interest rate no higher than, you give them the amount they had based on, credit or other factors, whatever. You have to tell them that because if you don't, they will screw those people. They will screw them wholeheartedly. But I don't know if y'all bank with City National Bank. I don't know if any of you do. But if you do, I would say get out that bank. Get out that bank. Like I'll tell you, get out of Wells Fargo and Bank of America and all the other ones. But y'all let me know what y'all think about, what's going on here, and we'll see you on the next one.